Good evening to one and all. We are Team Nautilus, and here we are to present our idea. And a couple of months back, when we were working on the problem, trying to identify a grave issue, one of the teammates' grandfather was ill, and he was an immediate requirement of an AB negative blood. My teammates' folks ran around from blood banks to hospitals, and they were in a tier 2 city, and they just couldn't find the right blood. And that got us thinking. So we went ahead. In Chennai, we went to around 7 to 10 blood banks, and we inquired, and we found a lot of interesting features. So how pressing is this issue? One, developed nations have about 50 donors in 1,000, while India has only 8 in 1,000. That's about 6 times less. In India, paid donations are banned, which means there is only voluntary donation or replacement donors. Next, the demand is 12 million units, while the supply is only 9.3. So 22% demand-supply gap. While in an accident, major accident, you will require about 8 to 10 units of blood. A person can donate only 2 units of blood at max. And the best part is, the blood has a limited shelf life, which means a blood can have only for 42 days, a packed RBCs will be there for 35 days, and plasma, which is very much required in case of a dengue, will have only 5 days shelf life. So what was the issue with all these blood banks? Was it the presence of donors? Well, we realized that it was not the donors the problem, but how to contact them, how to find the donors. So what happened was the communication, how to communicate to the donors. The blood banks used conventional methods, that is phone calls, SMS, and emails. What are the problems with these? One, they're expensive. It takes about 1.5 rupees to make a phone call. They're slow. It takes about 2 minutes to contact one donor, and they're non-targeted. I might be trying to contact a donor who's right now in Bangalore while I'm in Chennai. And limited connectivity. Given the time span, I can contact a maximum of 10 to 20 donors. And what the blood banks do, they have a registry list, which they go on, and they really never contact the new donors. It's always contacting the donors from their own registry list. And sometimes these requests are perceived as spam or hoax. Now, the problem is even the major ones, Cancer Institute, all which is use these conventional methods of communicating to the donors. So what we propose is Bloodline. It's a mobile-based web application. It connects donors with healthcare facilities, and we use smartphone and internet connectivity. What you see here is a picture of a sign-up page for Bloodline. It's easy to sign up. All we need is your phone number. Moving on. So how does Bloodline work? Hospitals place a request with the Bloodline server, and Bloodline server immediately creates a list of all relevant donors from the user base, and those relevant donors will be contacted. Also, an individual can place a request with the Bloodline server, and all the relevant donors will be again contacted through the Bloodline server. This is how the Bloodline works. So how does Bloodline fare with the conventional technology? So Bloodline, to start with, uses smartphone and GPRS. The number of donors contacted by Bloodline is about 100,000 to 200,000, while the conventional use about 10 to 20. And time to contact the donor is about 0.033 minutes, while it's about 2.5. And the cost per donor is significantly less. And Bloodline also offers targeted broadcast. It is not perceived as spam, and it also helps in contacting new donor base. As the user base of Bloodline expands, we are going to contact new donors as time proceeds. So what is Bloodline's market? Well, on one side we have the user base, and with the user base we are focusing on the college vertical and the early working vertical. And this is primarily because these two verticals are used to high volume electronic information and are pretty deft with navigation through the app. So these are reasons why we want to contact the user base. And who are the people who are going to receive the blood? One is the healthcare institutions, which will be the general, specialty, multi-speciality, government, private, and charitable. And also we are focusing on individuals in need of blood. So this is a TAM-SAM analysis. So ideally, assuming that every hospital and every patient who's requiring blood uses Bloodline, we are looking at a market of 101 crores. And given that not all hospitals might come, the major ones might come, for the available market, we are looking at about 62.32 crores. And given the constraints, given the limited resources, we are looking at even a high market of 49.86 crores. Moving on. So how does Bloodline communicate to people? So what is the communication strategy? To improve the user base, we have a referral campaign where we will be awarding kindles for top 2 people, and we're looking forward to include the college presence. And from the blood donation wise, we want to arrange Mythbuster drives and partner with NGOs, WHO, and Health Ministry of India. But the bottom line is, Bloodline will be perceived as a network for life. So what is the roadmap ahead? The first milestone will be by December 2013, we will be launching Bloodline, and phase 2 will be expansion in Chennai, and 3 updates will be released. By phase 3, there will be expansion to Bangalore and Hyderabad, and there will be increased support for iPhone and Windows phones. By May 2015, we are looking at a pan-India presence with 3 more updates released, covering Mumbai, Kolkata, and New Delhi. Moving on. So what is the pricing? Hospitals pay a fixed tariff of 2,500 rupees per month, and for every records they pay 250 rupees, while an individual pays about 150 rupees per broadcast. So this is a capital structure, and we are looking at a debt proportion of 0 and a promoter's quota of 34%. Moving on. This is for assumptions for the demand in Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Hyderabad. And this is for New Delhi and Kolkata. Next. So this is the cash outflow. We are looking forward to expand by 2015, how the team expands and the salaries taken by the staff and the CEO. Next. And this is the capital expenses that we will be looking at, including the legal expenses and the technological infrastructure. And this is the capital budgeting of our project, and where are the revenues coming from and how much we will be spending on marketing and operational expenditure. And this is the cash flow statement, where we will be looking at an infused equity of 73% and an upfront equity of 36%. Moving on. This is a profit and loss statement which we will be looking at as a Bloodline organization. This is Bloodline team, and we believe that it's a very strong team. Myself, Ashwin, Krishnamoorthy, I will be heading over the operations, and I have interned at IDC and GE Global Research Center. Vasant, Sheeba, my teammate, who will be heading the marketing and strategy team, has a rich experience in supply chain management with a HUL intern. Rajagopalan, who is not a part of the NSC team, will be heading over the technical part of Bloodline. He is a creator of Everblogger, a blogging platform for Evernote. And Sheeba Rajagopalan will be heading the sales and finance team, and Priyanka will be heading the design team. What you saw before, the user interface was designed by Priyanka. And the board of advisors which we are looking at will be 4 boards of advisors. One will be a mentor from CTIES, other will be Dr. Jagannathan, and third will be a seasoned entrepreneur from the mobile application space, and the 4th one will be a doctor and or a manager from the healthcare space. Now, what we would like to emphasize here is, Bloodline is a rapidly scalable idea. We are looking at a pan-India presence in less than 2 years, and being a web-based idea and not at all capital intensive, so this makes Bloodline a very, very feasible idea and ready to implement. And that's it. Thank you.